Hi guys, it's Neff. We had a little discussion on Ori's status the other day, where I outed myself as a bit of an accent collector, and quite fond of trying new accents, collecting new accents. So I thought I'd dig out my recording microphone, which hasn't actually seen a lot of use for a while. And look, kitty pajamas. Kitty pajamas are the best. And also show you the glory that is our very, very untidy craft room. But Gryffindor scarf, other exciting things, yarn everywhere. So, I was going to try a few accents and let everybody have a laugh at me, basically. So we'll start with my accent. Sorry, I've made a list in case I forgot how to talk randomly at some point. So my accent is RP English, sort of, a bit of home counties. It suggests what I am, which is privately educated and middle class. It says my parents have money, but I probably don't, and I left university and can't get a decent job, but, economy. From there, it's quite easy to move into BBC newsreader from the 80s. This is how you would have sounded if you were on the BBC. Everything is crisp and clear. From there, again, easy to go into very upper class, tally-ho chaps, chop chop, which is just push it all through the nose, basically. Extra English, you sort of leave everything a little bit longer. Everything goes a little weird. And then for Cockney, it's sort of an adjustment into it. It's just very, very similar because Estuary English has sort of travelled from Cockney. There's very few sort of honestly Cockney accents anymore. Estuary English has sort of replaced it, and it's... The way I find it easiest to speak is imagine that you've got a big ball of chewing gum in your mouth. Oh, well, I was doing this, and then I thought I'd go over here. It's all about very strange mouth movements for me to get that sound. West Country, we can go, all right, my lover. In this voice, you're allowed to talk about chickens and farmyard animals. Mostly you're allowed to know some of the words to Hot Fuzz. That's pretty much it. You're not allowed to do anything else in a West Country accent. You don't feed the pigeons. So from there we'll go into Northern Lad. It's alright, I was doing this and I was sorting everything out and everything was a bit weird. And I was like, well, up for it. Which segues quite nicely. Segues. Words. I did an English degree. Liverpool, or Jane Horrocks' Bubbles from Absolutely Fabulous. Oh, are we going on holiday? She's Babs in Chicken Run, so I don't want to be a pie. I don't like gravy. From there, Doctor Who has been helping me with my Scottish accent. That's a little bit too thick, really. No one really has this accent anymore except on television. At least that's what I've been led to believe. Similar is my Welsh accent, which is very Valleys Welsh. Very Valleys Welsh. Enunciate every vowel. Every vowel has like 3 different vowels in it. It's not just a diphthong, it's whatever the third one of those is. I did English language at A-level. What happened to me? Where did my learning go? For a bit of fun, Transylvania. That's always fun to do. Mwah. It's fun. Leave it alone. So we'll slide over onto American Basic, which is easy for me when I flatten my vowels and just sort of shut down all of my instincts to lengthen those vowel sounds. Everything's very flat, everything's very square. From there, let's go to redneck. Let's go to, if I see aliens, I'm gonna shoot them. And from there, into Southern Bale, which is the same thing except you sound permanently breathless, like you've been baking cookies all morning and then giving head all afternoon. That's pretty much how I taught myself that accent. Not actually doing it. Well, a little bit. I was 17, leave me alone. So we go over into French. I'm actually really crap at doing a French accent when I'm speaking English, however. Bonjour, je m'appelle Stéphanie. Comment ça va? I learnt French from the age of 2 to the age of 16. Yeah, I only got a B on my GCSE though. But I was taught for the first 10 years of my life by a French person, which makes it a lot easier to pick up the accent. Spanish I only studied for a year, but hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo te llamas? I have quite a lot of fun with Spanish. And then, of course, we drop into Australian. That's great fun to do, but it is a bit of a weird one, because every time you talk, you make sure that you go up at the end of the sentence. Everything you say is a question, like you're not really sure about your place in the world. Again, that's the sort of accent that people had in Australia. If you were in Home and Away in the 90s, that was the accent you had, because they had to prove it was Australian. Yeah, so this is the fun one. I literally spent like a fucking hour listening to Ori talk, which is a lot less fun than it sounds. I hate to say that, but it is. As far as I can tell, it's all about keeping the tongue on the roof of the mouth rather than letting it drop down, which is interesting. It's staged right now. I'll do Mina's accent first. I talk like Mina, but which is also, is this your Minky? Which I think is a Pink Panther reference. I don't know. It's one of my dad's jokes that I've never really understood. Are you blind? Yes, I've been blind all of my life. Well, don't do it again. Yeah, our humor's pretty crap. If I'm going to talk like Ori, the trick is to keep my tongue high in the mouth. It's really not very similar. The problem is when you listen to people talk in real life, I tend to watch their mouth a lot. I tend to watch where their tongue is, watch where their teeth are, whether their mouth is open or closed. So it's very different when you're working off tapes of things when there's other stuff going on. And your brain just wants to shut off. It's not bad. It's not bad. It will get there eventually with more exposure. So yeah, that was me attempting a lot of accents and talking a lot of bollocks at the same time. So yeah, I hope I didn't offend anybody with any of those accents. They're pretty much all comedy accents. They're all ones that you would use to take the piss out of things, but I would in no way walk into somebody's country or county and try that voice because I would get stabbed. So yeah, that's most of my accent collection. I'm sure I've got more that I've forgotten or can't think of, or yeah. So hope you enjoyed. Bye!